So there are 5 questions on the board and we are going to discuss one by one. So the first one is CH3Br. This is alkyl halide and the first reaction will be substitution. So Br is going to get substituted by Cn minus and it will produce something like CH3Cl. Right? So this reaction is also used in conversion as a step-up reaction. So you have to remember, when you are doing conversion for your school examination, you can use it for step-up reaction for increasing one carbon in the compound. So this is the next one. Earlier one we have seen carbonation of Grignard reagent. Lithium aluminum hydride will provide 2H and 2H. So it will get produced CH3CH2 NH2. So RCN on reduction by lithium aluminum hydride produces RNH2, RCH2NH2. HONO, whenever you see HONO, NaNO2 plus HCl, the attacking species NO plus. This NO plus at many places can act as a weak electrophile. So you should be very clear about that also. It is also a weak electrophile. So certain places it may give electrophilic substitution also. We will see that. So RNH2 or RCH2NH2 is an aliphatic. I am taking the question away. I am hoping that you have noted it down. RCH2NH2 is primary aliphatic amine. So what we are going to see is the action of HONO on different kinds of amines. So we will see action of HONO, or you may given as NaNO2 plus HCl. Don't worry about that part. It could be KNO2 plus HCl. You have to read it as HONO. Right. And the attacking species is NO plus. Action of HONO on various kind of amines. So the first one is primary aliphatic amines. So with primary aliphatic amines, RNH2 in presence of NaNO2 plus HCl produces Rn2 plus, which is unstable. We talked about it, right? Yesterday. It will produce R plus and then it will give you ROH, and more precisely mixture of alcohols or alkenes, right? So many a times you should be very sure about it. You can carry out such reaction. So I am giving you just a backup reaction on the basis of our understanding that aliphatic amines are not as stable as aromatic amines. Right? So it is forming a carbocation, and carbocation can do 4 things which we have already talked about. Right? So I am giving you a backup question on this understanding. Here it is going to produce an alcohols, and PCC, pyridinium chlorochromate, is a mild oxidizing agent. So it oxidizes primary alcohol to aldehyde and secondary alcohol to ketone. The job is very simple. The oxidation is removal of hydrogen. So what I am doing, I am removing my hydrogen. I remove this hydrogen and then I remove this hydrogen. So what you are able to see? RCHO. right? Only thing you have to do is make a proper bond. You cannot make a single bond, so it will produce something like RCOH. So you should be very clear what and how you are doing it, right? And I told you in advance that you don't need to learn how and what is the mechanism behind it. Nobody is going to ask you this question. So you have to learn how to give the product of oxidation and reduction most of the time, right? So I take a backup question on this. The understanding that the carbocation is forming is very important, because many a times you will get a question and you will feel it's a different question. It won't be. So I take something like this. And you have to give them product quickly. So I will complete this discussion of action of HONO on various kind of amines. So you have to give the product of this particular reaction. So कितने लोगों का हो गया? काफी लोगों का हो गया. Okay. Should I remove this? I will take everything off other than this particular questions. I am rubbing off everything. So you should remember what we are discussing. We are discussing action of HONO on various kind of amines, and this is just a backup question for action of HONO on primary amines. So what was the first step? The first step we have learned that we are going to take this NH2 away and form a carbocation, right? So once we form this particular carbocation, right? Once we form this particular carbocation, this carbocation we have seen forming somewhere. And what was that somewhere? In pinacol rearrangement. So there must be some shift taking place. So most of the time a person may think, okay, here there is hydrogen, right? Here there is a hydrogen, so hydride shift may take place. They may, right? They may take place, but that is not corresponding to the more stable product. So here there will be a bargaining. Will the ring open? And if the ring will open, it is going to form something, a 5-member ring. And we know that usually 5, 6, 7-member rings are more stable in comparison to such a string ring. But at no point of time I am making a statement that only ring opening will take place for expansion. Sometimes ring contraction will also take place. So you have to have a various clear things in mind, right? So why hydride shifts are not taking place? You cannot rule out the possibility of one of the product forming via hydride shift. But the major product is forming because there will be a shifting of this particular bond, right? As this carbon has lost a plus sign, right? There will be a carbocation coming here, and this carbocation will attract the pair of electron of oxygen to form OH plus, and OH plus will lose H plus to become double bond O. So what we are forming? We are able to form a 4-member ring fused with a 5-member ring, and one of the neighbor carbon is containing a ketonic group. So this looks like this. So this is the supplementary question on action of HONO on primary amines. So I repeat, primary amines with HONO produces carbocation, and carbocation can produce alkene as well as alcohols, and as it is a full-fledged carbocation, there is chances of rearrangement taking place, right? Some other day we will be talking more about it, because there was a very good question on this in 2015 I guess, a very good question on this. जब आप जेई के क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करेंगे तो थोड़ा आपको क्लियर आइडिया भी मिलेगा कि अच्छे क्वेश्चन का डेफिनेशन क्या होता है. दे आर नॉट टफ बट दे आर मोर एक्यूरेट विद इन योर सिलेबस, राइट. सेकेंड पॉइंट है एक्शन ऑफ HONO on secondary amines, and it could be aliphatic, right? Secondary amine, aliphatic or aromatic, whatever it is. Secondary amines, aliphatic / aromatic, whatever you want to call it as. Secondary. So when you see something like RNH, R1, HONO, it produces a nitroso compound and it is yellow in color, right? And this is a test of differentiation between primary amine and secondary amine, right? There is a coloration, and coloration will always give you an opportunity to differentiate. This is known as Lieberman's test, right? This is known as Lieberman's test. Tertiary aliphatic amines give no reaction. So one of the way to differentiate between primary amine, secondary amine and tertiary amine is this. But what happens when there is tertiary aromatic amines? We have already talked about this, that if it will be completely aliphatic, there is no reaction. What I did tell you, that whenever you see HONO, you should visualize it as NO plus, and NO plus is a weak electrophile also, right? So these with HONO will produce something like nitroso compound. They will produce something like nitroso compound. So NO plus has substituted one H plus, and this is how you are going to differentiate between primary, secondary and tertiary amines. Clear? So probably the first question we are able to cover completely. It's clear? Should I rub it off? Second question was on electrophilic substitution and bit extension of other reactions. Let's understand how we can understand these questions very easily. So I have taken a benzene ring and anhydride of succinic acid, right? With AlCl3, right? So yesterday we talked AlCl3 plus RCOCl produces RCO plus. I did tell you a line to write in your heads. Acid derivatives are well behaved. So if I've seen something with RCOCl, the same kind of thing we are going to expect with anhydride. So this AlCl3 goes here and break this, right? Obvious reason, यहाँ से a bond लेकर ये AlCl3 minus O minus बना रहा है. So what will get produced? C double bond O plus, then CH2 C double bond O minus AlCl3. Something like this has happened, right? Characteristic of benzene ring is electrophilic substitution. So clearly an electrophilic substitution has taken place. O minus. When you treat this with NH2 OH minus, this is Wolff-Kissner. Wolff-Kissner and Clemmensen reductions are two ways to reduce aldehyde and ketone to corresponding hydrocarbon. एल्डिहाइड और कीटोन के डबल बॉन्ड O को मिटा दो और वहां पर 2H लगाने का सिर्फ दो तरीका है. क्या? Wolff-Kissner and Clemmensen reduction. Wolff-Kissner happens in basic medium and Clemmensen happens in acidic medium. So if please note down, if acid sensitive group is present, if acid sensitive group is present and you don't want to affect that group, we go for Wolff-Kissner. If base sensitive groups are present, then we go for Clemmensen reduction. If acid sensitive group are present, then we go for Wolff-Kissner reduction. If base sensitive groups are present, we go for Clemmensen reduction, right? And these kind of a question are very easy. They do come, and we have to be very particular. These kind of questions are really damn easy, right? So we have an acid group or its salt and a ketone, so reduction will be taking place only here, right? And you will have something like CH2 COH, and with SOCl2 it will produce. So the first step and the second step was SOCl2. SOCl2 with AlCl3 is going to generate what? CO plus, and then it will CH2 C double bond O, a 6-member ring has formed. Now if you again do reduction was there, you will get something like this. Then there is a agent known as selenium and heat. आप इसको याद रखिएगा. This is agent for aromatization. Selenium and heat, it will form an aromatic compound. Selenium and heat, it is agent for aromatization, so you will form these kind of a product. Right, I will take a backup question on this, mostly on a reduction part. What I meant to say when I am saying acid sensitive groups are present and base sensitive groups are present, what and when you should do what. It's clear? इसको नोट कर लेंगे. सॉरी, NH2 जो वोल्फ किस्नर है, एजेंट है, वो एल्डिहाइड और कीटोन के लिए पर्टिकुलरली होता है, जबकि ये कौन सा ग्रुप है? कार्बोक्सिलिक ग्रुप है, इसलिए इसको अफेक्ट नहीं किया. दिस इज वोल्फ किस्नर एंड क्लेमेंसन रिडक्शंस आर यूज्ड फॉर कन्वर्टिंग एल्डिहाइड एंड कीटोन टू कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग हाइड्रोकार्बन. राइट, उसको नहीं करेंगे हम लोग. वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू डू दैट. इसको हटाएं. So I am going to take a backup question on this so that at least concept is clear to you. What I want to convey, मैं क्या बोलना चाह रहा हूँ वो शायद आपको थोड़ा क्लियर होगा when I am talking about acid sensitive and base sensitive groups are present. So जैसे अगर आपको मिलता है convert CHO using what A, you have converted this. And A can be, and your options are ZnHg HCl, more than one option correct. ZnHg HCl, B NH2 NH2OH minus, C H2 nickel, D NaBH4, and these kind of a question you have got. This is my supplementary question A. My supplementary question B is identical. CHO, Cl and A. Again the option will be same. Cl, CH3. Right. So what is the correct answer? BCD. BC. B. BCD. Only B. Okay, let me answer for you. The game of the rule is very simple. If we don't know, we don't know. Right? मैंने आपको clearly क्या बोला? There are only two ways by which you can convert corresponding aldehyde and ketone into hydrocarbon. And they are Wolff-Kissner and Clemmensen. So every other option is out of question. Right? So rule number 1, you don't know, you don't know. तो मैंने क्या बताया, सिर्फ आपको दो चीज पे ही तुक्का भी मारना है तो दो चीज पे मारेंगे. So these options are completely out of the game. Right? NaBH4 lithium aluminum hydride H2 nickel has capability of converting aldehyde and ketone to corresponding alcohols. That's it. So everything else has gone. Now this OH, and you have a problem, you have a big problem, because you're not solving the book which you are supposed to. You're supposed to solve 39 years. At least 2-3 बार तो solve कर ही लो. And it does not take much time. Right? If you will solve the entire chemistry, it will take 14 days. It tried and tested है, entire chemistry. Physical, inorganic, organic, सब मिलाकर आपको 14 to 15 days लगे. It's a duration, right? 14 days per subject. जिसने क्वालिफाई किया है उसके लिए सिंपल है ये कि उसको 14 डेज फिजिक्स में लगेगा, 14 डेज केमिस्ट्री में लगेगा और 14 डेज मैथ्स में. इससे ज़्यादा नहीं टाइम, 14 to 15 डेज if they are solving it continuously. Right? There are so many topics. यहाँ पर OH एक एसिड सेंसिटिव ग्रुप है, राइट? This is acid sensitive group and you don't want OH to get affected, do you? The answer is no in this case. So you don't want HCl to go and protonate it and form something. Either Cl will replace OH or it will form an alkene. But you have to be very clear that OH is an acid sensitive group, and in this particular option A, question number A, we don't want HCl to be acting. So question number A, the answer is B, right? When you go similarly in the next option, by the same logic C and D has been ruled out. C और D ruled out है, तो बच क्या जाता है? Cl is a base sensitive group. It is a base sensitive group. Base sensitive group. So the correct answer is A. Right? तो इस चीज को आप ध्यान में रखेंगे. You have to pay attention on these concepts, right? तो आप चाहो तो लिख सकते हो H2 निकल NaBH4 lithium aluminum hydride can reduce corresponding aldehyde in ketone to corresponding alcohols. That's it. It's complete. Should I remove this? So what I am trying to do is telling you the questions as well as the solution with here and there. I am trying to cover the entire topic also. This one is easy, you might have done. The third one is CH3 C double bond O ET, then lithium aluminum hydride, right? So what it will form is CH3 CH2OH. In the first half we have done the same thing, but here the basic idea was to cover copper and heat. So this is CH3 CHO. So लिखेंगे हम लोग यहाँ पर लिखेंगे action of copper and heat on various alcohols. Right? So first is primary alcohols. It will produce aldehyde. Secondary alcohol will produce ketone. And what about tertiary alcohol? Tertiary alcohol? Alkenes. Alkenes. So many a times this is coming from your book. And what is the approximate temperature? 573 Kelvin. Right, very good. So it's a 573 Kelvin. Anyway, I'm not big fan of telling you temperature, but this is in the NCERT book, so you can just mug it up. Right? But at least this point of time, you can learn the basics that primary alcohols will give you aldehyde, secondary alcohol will give you ketone, and tertiary alcohols will give you alkenes. Right? coming to the next question. Next question is preparation of phenol by cumene process. Preparation of phenol by cumene process. So there are two ways you have to understand. One is how to give the product and what is the correct mechanism. You should learn both at some point of time. So when you take, and this question in past 10 years has come twice or thrice, you have to just check it to understand. Most of the time the questions are framed differently. They are the same thing. They will give you something like peroxide initiator or something like that, but that does not change the question. Plus AlCl3, a carbocation will form here. This carbocation is 1 degree. Rearrange to produce 2 degree, 2 degree to produce cumene. So what we are learning is preparation of phenol using cumene process, right? And we can, as a subsidiary part, we can see other methods by which the phenol will form. Now when you take a peroxide initiator, it forms cumene hydrogen peroxide. So it's a kind of insertion reaction, right? C dot forms, then O dot combines, and then H dot comes back. So something like this reaction is held by a peroxide initiator. So वो C dot form करता है, उसके बाद O dot उस पे अटैक किया, and then this has formed as cumene hydrogen peroxide. Giving the product is piece of cake. Let me explain you how you give the product, but you have to also see some basic book where the mechanism is. Right now I am giving you just how to give you product in 2 to 3 seconds. What you are making? Phenol. So a benzene needs OH. Warning is that this method has a problem also in mechanism. So मैं सिर्फ आपको product देना सिखा रहा हूँ, ठीक है? And I'm avoiding the discussion because I'm running anyway sort of time. So इस बेंजीन रिंग को क्या चाहिए था? OH. तो ये OH के पास शिफ्ट करता है, और ये बॉन्ड 3 बॉन्ड तो बना नहीं सकता ना, तो दिस बॉन्ड मूव्स हियर. You have the product, you have the side product, you have the answer of each and everything, right? So many times in 2006 or 2007, I guess IIT gave this question similarly, what is the A and B, right? 2015 again it gives a very straight question, you can check the question, right? So you have phenol, right, plus side product as acetone, and then all the reactions we have already discussed, right? Bromine aqueous, multiple substitution, bromine in CH2, single substitution, and then remertiment. So I am not going to discuss it again. You should have the answer of this, right? So what are the subsidiary part of, what are the other methods for making phenols? इसको हटाएंगे. So what are the other methods for making phenol? So many a times we go for Dow's process, Cl plus aqueous KOH, and then you will have no reaction, right? And why there is no reaction? because of development of partial double bond character. This lone pair of halogen is in conjugation, and that's why this kind of substitution does not take place for aryl halide or vinyl halide. Aryl halide, vinyl halide don't go nucleophilic substitution as easily as corresponding alkyl halide due to formation of partial double bond character. तो अगर आप चाहें तो लिख लीजिए aryl halide, vinyl halide, विनिलिक लोकेशन आपको पता है ना, this location is known as विनिलिक लोकेशन. इवन यहां पर आप Cl, तो aryl halide, vinyl halides don't go for nucleophilic substitution as easily as corresponding alkyl halide, as easily as corresponding alkyl halide due to development of partial double bond character. Due to development of partial double bond character. So if you want to carry out this reaction and you want to make phenol, you have to keep the conditions high. 623 Kelvin and 300 atm pressure, right? ऐसे तो हमारा कुछ जान ही रहा है, हम हाई टेम्परेचर और हाई प्रेशर लिखकर भी निकल सकते हैं अगर आपको अंडरस्टैंडिंग नहीं है. और if you are not remembering the exact temperature, you are perfectly all right from my side that write high temperature and high pressure. But अगर कुछ ऐसे नहीं लिखा है और आपसे पूछ रहा है कि रिएक्शन क्या होगा, तो आंसर क्या होगा? No reaction. As I mentioned, if there is no mention of temperature, the default temperature is taken as room temperature. So room temperature पर ये रिएक्शन नहीं होगा. कौन सा रिएक्शन हो रहा है? न्यूक्लियोफिलिक सब्स्टिट्यूशन हो रहा है, राइट? शुड आई रिमूव दिस? हटाए इसको. नाउ if you want to have an understanding of a group like NO2, right? So this is now being treated with NaOH, and what you realize that the condition has drastically eased out. Suppose this may happen at 443 K, right? और प्रेशर हमें नहीं चाहिए, एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर पे we are able to carry out the reaction. So why something like that will happen? Why something like that will happen? So NO2 is an electron withdrawing group. It's an electron withdrawing group. An electron withdrawing group deactivates इलेक्ट्रोफाइल. जिसको इलेक्ट्रॉन चाहिए, अगर उसका हम इलेक्ट्रॉन खींच लेंगे तो वो क्या हो जाएगा? डीएक्टिवेटेड हो जाएगा. इट विल नॉट ट्राई टू अटैक द रिंग. बट यहां पर जो रिएक्शन हो रहा है वो OH माइनस से हो रहा है. सो एराइल हैलाइड पर सब्स्टिट्यूशन हो रहा है. और कौन सा सब्स्टिट्यूशन हो रहा है? न्यूक्लियोफिलिक सब्स्टिट्यूशन हो रहा है. तो सच ग्रुप्स will activate न्यूक्लियोफाइल। अभी भी सारे लॉजिस्टिक हमारे सेम है। ये सारा इफेक्ट NO2 का इसी कारण से आ रहा है क्योंकि वो रेजोनेंस से क्या कर सकता था, डिस्टेबलाइज कर सकता था। सिमिलरली वो रेजोनेंस से स्टेबलाइज कर सकता है। इट डीएक्टिवेट्स द इलेक्ट्रोफाइल बट एक्टिवेट्स द न्यूक्लियोफाइल। तो इलेक्ट्रोफिलिक रिएक्शन के लिए जो डीएक्टिवेटिंग है वही ग्रुप न्यूक्लियोफिलिक रिएक्शन के लिए क्या है, एक्टिवेटिंग है, वाइस वर्सा। राइट, इतना क्लियर हो गया? इसको जल्दी से नोट कीजिए। आई विल टेक अ सिंपल बैकअप क्वेश्चन ऑन दिस। So we will take a simple backup question on this. Arrange the following in the order of reactivity towards nucleophilic substitution. The simple backup question is arrange the following towards arrange the following towards the reactivity for nucleophilic substitution. And when you are going to answer a question in IIT or JEE Mains or your school examination, your basic concept will help you more than anything else. Right? आप देखोगे अगर सिंपल सा कॉन्सेप्ट है हमारे पास, सो प्रॉब्ली सेकेंड क्वेश्चन इसका लेते हैं। दिस इज योर ए, दिस इज योर बी, these are the two questions in form of A and B and you have to arrange them in the order of nucleophilic substitution. ठीक है, of this by OH minus Cl we want to remove, so reactivity order हमें लिखना है for these compounds in A and B. These two are the separate questions. Steric hindrance substitution है ना, तो steric hindrance will be a factor.
हम इसमें इंडक्टिव देखेंगे या रेजोनेंस?
नहीं, अगर substitution हो रहा है तो one of the factor will be also inductive और more or less इसका जो withdrawing आ रहा है it is due to resonance आ रहा है, उस हिसाब से I think you have to see it this way. ठीक है, और यहाँ पर
ये फर्स्ट होगा,
ये फर्स्ट, ये सेकंड,
थर्ड, ये विड्रॉइंग डोनेटिंग ग्रुप है। तो ये सबसे लास्ट होगा, ये सबसे फर्स्ट, कि इन दोनों का प्लस चार होगा।
Okay, so I am going to answer this question. You have to be very particular about the basic judgment which you are going to make, right? So let's discuss the B1 first, right? So OCS3 and CS3, they falls under certain category in electrophilic substitution. So OCS3 is moderately activating and CS3 is weakly activating. So at least you can trust that OCS3 group will donate electron more than CS3, right? So out of these four, the one which is donating electron will deactivate nucleophile, and so the least one has to be this. Least one has to be this, so this is 4, right? OCS3, when it is attached to this particular location, its electron giving tendency has been neglected, because it can, from this location, it can withdraw electron, but it, even if it is releasing electron, it's not that effective, right? So overall this becomes an electron withdrawing group, so this has to be first, and then there is no group attached which can release electron, so this has to be second, and this has to be the third, right? Now you have to learn to take these judgments. Sometimes this judgment will be wrong for you, sometimes this judgment will be wrong for me also, but you have to learn which behavior at what location is more effective, right? NO2 at meta is not as electron withdrawing as ortho and para. So definitely out of these two, one will be the highest and this one will be the lowest. So this is 4 and this is 3, right? Now we have agreed upon that NO2 can withdraw electron by inductive as well as by resonance, but for substitution reaction there is also something known as steric hindrance, and that's why we are going to give the preference to 1 and 2. But like I always keep telling you, if you will look at the IIT questions, most of the time ortho and para will not be in the same option. This is my assurance as far as my experience for JEE teaching or learning is concerned, right? Because we are doing this from school days, right? 96, 97, I passed my 10th, and since then what I am doing? I am just either learning for IIT or teaching for IIT, barring 3 to 4 years where I worked. उसको छोड़ दिया जाता और 5 साल जो IIT में टाइम खराब किया होगा, उसके अलावा बचपन से यही कर रहे हैं. So my experience with IIT is very nice, right? They ask simple questions and they select a stupid student like me. Well, they manage to select a stupid student like me, right? So आपको ये बहुत पैनिक नहीं करना है, but your understanding should go on, right? What NO2 is? NO2 is a deactivating group, but for whom? For electrophile. So it is going to activate any nucleophilic reaction. It's felicitation of any such reaction where a minus sign is coming will be there. वो कुछ भी हो, जैसे डीकार्बोक्सिलेशन रिएक्शन होता है, तो डीकार्बोक्सिलेशन रिएक्शन में अगर माइनस बन रहा है तो कोई इलेक्ट्रॉन विड्रॉइंग ग्रुप उसको क्या कर देता है? स्टेबलाइज कर देता है. तो इस तरह की चीजों को आपको ध्यान में रखना है, ठीक है? So Dow's process is an important method to understand the effect of electron withdrawing group on substitution on aryl halides. Go to the last question. हो गया क्या? Okay, the last question was a practice problem. Nothing serious about this. C triple bond CH, and you have taken something like CH3 MgBr. Right? So more acidic substance which terminal alkynes are will produce, and then you will have something like CH3 C triple bond C minus MgBr plus. Right? After that there is CH3Br. This is a nucleophile and its characteristic is nucleophilic substitution, so something like this will form. Sodium in liquid ammonia, what you will be able to form is trans 2 butene. Cold KMnO4 in under hydrolysis condition is SYN. This is minus, this is plus. So what you will be forming is a racemic mixture. So how many products has formed? 2. Are they optically active or inactive? Inactive, but further they can be separated by a special technique to 2 optically active compounds. Right? So this is the complete discussion part. Right? So I will be taking another set of questions and will try to deal with them. I will take a very simple 1 or 2 questions. Is something like this. This question came in IIT 3 to 4 years ago. This is an in-text question of NCERT class 12 part 2. इस तरह के भी सिमिलर क्वेश्चंस आपको मिलेंगे. CH2 CH2 OH OH drop its most stable conformational structure in Newman projection. Six, I take something like CH3 CO CH3 and treat this with NH2CO NH NH2 under H plus you have to give me the correct product. Seventh, so we have already talked about the characteristic of aldehyde and ketone being nucleophilic addition, right? So we can take a question related to that and then I can start the discussion part. अच्छा, अगर आप ऐसे मार्केट की कुछ बुक्स वगैरह देखते हैं ना तो उसमें बहुत सारे फंडे दे देंगे, ये 1:2, 2:1, ये सब रेशियो, वो सब के लिए ज्यादा चिंता करनी नहीं है, ठीक है. वंस यू आर कंफर्टेबल विथ योर syllabus, that's fine. So please try these questions. I have a space for only 9 questions. Sorry, Br2 Fe 1 equivalent. I am taking only 1 equivalent, so I want to see only mono bromo product forming. ठीक है. ये गलत है. So सब लोगों ने कॉपी कर लिया क्या? So we are going to discuss one by one. These three questions are of the same set. Breaking of ether by Hx, right? So if we will carry out the discussion, we should be able to cover a decent amount of thing over here. Right. So we are going to discuss the breaking of ether by Hx, or breakage of ether, or of ether by Hx. So if you take RO R1 plus Hx, it forms something like Rx plus ROH, right? So write the first one. If R and R1 is a straight chain, X goes to a smaller group. X goes to a smaller group, right? So in the morning part we talked about the action of epoxide with nucleophile, right? So there we talked about if epoxide reaction is being initiated by a base, the nucleophile prefers to attack that site which is less sterically hindered. So actually which path we are talking about? We are talking about SN2. So you have to take a judgment. When there is 1 degree or 2 degree, it actually follows the path of SN2. So something like this is there, CS3O, CS2, CS3. You don't need to apply much brain. If you remember this particular line, the product will be CS3Br. I have to give one group, a Br group, and another OH1, and another one will be CS3, CH2, OH. Right? So even if you want to write, if R and R1 is 1 degree and 2 degree, you have to follow this particular rule. It is going to take which path? SN2. But if there is tertiary one of the R is something like tertiary, you have to look where I can get the better visualization of carbocation. So X will go to that group which has better visualization of carbocation. So if R and R1 is branch giving rise to formation of 3 degree carbocation, X goes to that R which gives this visualization. क्लियर है क्या? जो ये विजुअलाइजेशन हमें दे पा रहा है, वी आर गोइंग टू हैव X to that particular R. Us R, that R will have that X. So in this case, if you take something like this, and HBR, then you will have, but how long it is, irrespective of that, the first one is correct. So your accuracy is going to improve with these questions. And of course, why this will be happening? They will be going which path? SN1, right? So this is taking the path of SN1. इतना नोट कर लिया आपने? Done? इसको हटा देता हूँ, नीचे वाली लाइन आप लोग नोट कर लीजिए, देन वी विल मूव टू द नेक्स्ट वन, राइट? और इससे ज्यादा आपसे क्वेश्चन कोई पूछेगा भी नहीं. देयर इज नो चांस पीपल विल आस्किंग यू एथर्स में विलियमसन ईथर सिंथेसिस बता दिया आपको, एल्कोक्सी मर्कुरेशन एंड रिडक्शन बता दिया, एंड देन ब्रेकिंग, एंड यू हैव टू सी द अर्लियर प्रॉब्लम्स, राइट? दैट इज देयर, राइट? Third is, if anything like this is there, कभी recent years के ही questions होंगे, बहुत पुराना तो नहीं होगा, within 5 years का question होगा. So if something like this is there, whatever the nature of R, one of the product is going to be phenol. One of the product is going to be phenol, and ये questions are, these are the easy problems. Phenol plus RX, right? So breaking of ether में इतने क्वेश्चन आपके पास आएंगे, ठीक है? हटाए इसको. जो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन लिया था वो सिंपल अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ एक्टिवेटेड एंड डीएक्टिवेटेड रिंग पर है, राइट? जैसे आप देखोगे, I took this C double bond O NH, और ये डिफरेंट फॉर्म पे ये क्वेश्चंस पूछे जा सकते हैं, पूछे गए होंगे, ठीक है? Br2 Fe, and I have given one equivalent, so I am avoiding any such multiple substitution which will happen. Anyway, yesterday we talked about NSCO being a moderately activating group. So multiple substitution is anyway ruled out. We have ruling out the attack on the both the rings also. So NH, the lone pair is in conjugation, and here there is delta plus. C double bond O means C पर plus sign है. This plus sign in conjugation with benzene ring is going to take away the electron. So this is a deactivated ring. It is a deactivated ring. This is deactivated for electrophile. Anyway, the reaction we are considering is electrophilic one. And here the lone pair is in conjugation with benzene ring. So this is a moderately activated ring, activated for electrophile, and you have the answer, right? You have to form a single product, then my advice is you go for para, because it will avoid any steric hindrance. So the correct answer is usually perfect, and it looks okay for us to give these kind of product. Right? So this is the product which has formed. Can I get another question? Question number 5. This is 4, no? Right? So all of us know that why geometrical isomers forms and why there is a certain things known as conformers. If all of us are aware of this, I will quickly take an opportunity to discuss at least conformers and why geometrical isomers form. ये नोट कर लो एक बार, then I will start on a cleaner board. ये हो गया क्या सबका? So conformational analysis or conformers, right? So the energy of rotation about CC single bond is less, so there is unhindered rotation about CC single bond, but rotation about double bond will require higher amount of energy, and if you will provide that energy for rotation, the CC double bond will break. So the reason behind why CC double bond are capable of showing geometrical isomerism is due to hindered rotation about CC double bond. The same logic, why CC single bonds are formed conformational structure, because there is unhindered rotation about CC single bond. So I take this particular compound. This particular compound is made up of 2 carbon, and this one is my carbon number 1 and this is my carbon number 2. So which one is front carbon? For you this, for me this, right? आपको अगर मुझे ये वाला कार्बन दिखाना है, I want to show you this carbon, what I should do? I should make it big, right? And this is the basic funda of Newman projection. So the front carbon will be the smaller one and the back carbon for you will be big one, right? And now there are one bond to ban gaya CC. Now there are 3 groups attached and they are moving with respect to each other. So how many such structure will form? Infinite. If we are moving in a Pune all together, how many orientation we will be having with respect to each other, we don't know. So conformational structures are infinite, but conformational structure has only academic value. They cannot be extracted out. अगर आपसे कोई बोलता है कि नहीं भाई मुझे ये फॉर्म लाकर एक्सट्रैक्ट आउट करके दे दो, तो वो सिर्फ उसको देख सकता है. Like a transition state and intermediates, transition can be viewed, right? Intermediates can be extracted and can be utilized and reutilized, right? इतना क्लियर हो गया? तो अगर सपोज करो कि हमें मिलता है CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3, this is known as N-butane. N-butane. This is a normal butane. So we can observe how many CC single bond? 3, but out of these 3, these 2 are identicals. ठीक है? तो अगर हम लोग C2 C3 के about rotation देखना चाहें, if you want to see rotation about C2 C3, तो किसी को फ्रंट बोलना पड़ेगा और किसी को बैक बोलना पड़ेगा, I can call this as a front carbon and this is my back carbon. न्यूमन प्रोजेक्शन में क्या होता है? We take this circle and I told you that if I want to make you show the back carbon, what I have to do? Make the back carbon bigger somehow, right? So this is my back carbon. It is attached with two hydrogen and one CH3. Nothing serious about this. Then there is my front carbon, right? And it is also attached by 2H and CH3. And deliberately I have put something like this, right? इस तरीके से हम लोगों ने बना लिया. And then there is a bond here, right? You can see there is a bond. हम लोगों ने क्या किया? एक सर्कल लिया, उसको ज्वाइन कर दिया किसी दूसरे कार्बन के साथ. So you can see a bond over here. So don't worry about the fourth bond, right? Now how you start giving the conformational structure? There will be infinite such a structure, but we only study the extreme structures. So how you learn writing the extreme structures? And see, there are years when the question has come, draw the conformational structure of N-butane, और more than one choice का question था. 2009 में था probably, not 9, 2010 में था probably, 2010 में था. अब बच्चे ने गलत क्या किया? वो सिर्फ C2 C3 के बीच में देखकर आ गया. अगर कोई ऐसे बोल रहा है कि draw which are the conformational structure, तो हमारा क्या होगा? हमें 1 और 2 के बीच में भी देखना होगा और 2 और 3 के बीच में भी देखना होगा. But right now we are learning how to draw the conformational structure. तो सपोज करो कि तुम फ्रंट कार्बन को फिक्स कर लेते हैं या बैक कार्बन को फिक्स कर लेते हैं. फॉर मी इट इज इजियर टू फिक्स द बैक कार्बन, सो आई एम फिक्सिंग दैट. यू कैन डू एनीथिंग. वो फिक्स होता नहीं है. जस्ट टू ड्रॉ द एक्सट्रीम स्ट्रक्चर्स आई एम फिक्सिंग माई बैक कार्बन H एंड CH3. नाउ 60 डिग्री पर इसको रोटेट करेंगे. किसको? फ्रंट कार्बन को. तो ये कहां आ जाएगा? CH3 H and this will come H. Here the two bulky groups are at a 60 degree to each other. This is known as which form? Gauche form, right? The next structure we will draw H CH3 H and CH3H. What it is? It's partially eclipsed because they are superimposing on each other. This was my fully eclipsed form. This fully eclipsed form was this. Two bulky groups are exactly closer to each other. Then this is what? Partially eclipsed. Right? We again move from here by angle of 60 degree in the same direction. Again you have to learn to draw this. क्योंकि इससे क्वेश्चन अगर आके छूट गए, सॉरी यहां पर क्या था? CH3 कुछ गड़बड़ हो गया क्या? अच्छा, एनीवे इसको हम लोग CH3 यहां पर था ना, ये हम लोगों ने ऐसे ले लेने का. ये आपको क्लियर है ना कि मैंने बैक कार्बन को फिक्स किया है और फ्रंट कार्बन को रोटेट कर रहा हूं. यहां पर इस तरह का कोई फॉर्म आ गया, इसको क्या बोलेंगे? वो गॉस था, ये कौन सा फॉर्म है? स्टैगर्ड फॉर्म है। यहां पर बल्की ग्रुप आर फारदेस्ट टू ईच अदर, तो यहां पर स्टेरिक हिंड्रेंस सबसे कम है, इसलिए ये थर्मोडायनेमिकली सबसे ज्यादा स्टेबल होगा, एंड दिस वन विल बी लीस्ट स्टेबल। देन व्हाट विल कम? सबसे ज्यादा स्टेबल कौन है? ये 1, देन यू विल हैव गॉस, देन यू विल हैव partially clipped and then you will have fully clipped. This is the stability order as far as what is concerned, N-butane C2C3 orientation is concerned. But my question was not that. This question came a bit late than the earlier question. The earlier is also a kind of, you want to call it as a IIT question, call it IIT questions. These kind of questions are plenty in Morrison and Boyd. They are given in a certain form, certain problems they are given already. ये clear है क्या सबको? How to draw Newman projection for conformational structures, right? Similarly आप देख सकते हो 2010 में क्वेश्चन था, मोर देन वन चॉइस का क्वेश्चन है। जब आप उसको सॉल्व करने जा रहे हो, प्लीज मेक अटेंशन दैट यू आर ऑल्सो कंसिडरिंग फॉर करेक्ट आंसर द रोटेशन अबाउट C1 एंड C2। C1 एंड C2 इसको हटाएं क्या? सीख लो, बस एक बार सीख लोगे ना तो तुम्हें पता चल जाएगा हाउ टू ड्रॉ इट। मैं C1 और C2 का जस्ट एक फॉर्म लिख देता हूं सो दैट यू कैन आंसर दैट पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन। और ये जो बच्चे क्वालिफाई करते हैं उनके लिए ये सब फुल टॉस होता है कि आ गया तो बहुत इजी है, क्योंकि इट्स बेटर कि दिस काइंड ऑफ अ क्वेश्चन हैज कम। ध्यान में रखना, किसी एक को फिक्स कर लेना, इट्स योर कंफर्ट। यू कैन फिक्स द फ्रंट कार्बन और यू कैन फिक्स द बैक कार्बन, दैट इज नॉट गोइंग टू मेक एनी डिफरेंस एज फार एज आई एम कंसर्न, राइट? क्लियर है क्या? हटा दो भाई। देखो जल्दी से C1 और C2 के अबाउट अगर लिखना होता तो यू कैन टेक C1 एज द फ्रंट कार्बन एंड C2 एज अ बैक कार्बन। तो क्या होता? फ्रंट कार्बन H एंड H। फ्रंट कार्बन में ऐसा आता, बैक कार्बन हैज 2H and what is another group? C2H5. Please do try JEE 2010, right? That time there was no mains, right? AIEEE था, so it's a JEE advanced question only. Right? It was more than one choice correct, but that year also there was partial marking, I guess. Clear है? But my question was not that, right? My question was, in continuation with my understanding or your development of your understanding, what we have done in the Fry's rearrangement or anywhere, there is something known as thermodynamic stability. So we are talking about thermodynamic stability of a ethylene glycol, and this is a compound which should be very, very comfortable with, right? So क्या होता है कि ऐसे कंपाउंड्स में due to intramolecular hydrogen bonding, Gauss form is मोस्ट स्टेबल, नॉट द फुली स्टैगर्ड फॉर्म. सो ध्यान में रखिएगा, ये थर्मोडायनेमिक स्टेबिलिटी की बात हो रही है. तो ड्यू टू इंट्रामोलिकुलर हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग गॉस फॉर्म इज मोर स्टेबल. ठीक है, ये इसके सब्जेक्टिव में डिसेंट एक्सटेंट के क्वेश्चंस हैं, उसमें और सारी चीजें लिखी हुई है, उसको एक बार देख लेना. देयर इज अ क्वेश्चन ऑन आल्सो ऑन द कैलकुलेटिंग द डाइपोल मोमेंट. देयर इज अ क्वेश्चन इन जीओसी, जनरल ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री, which deals with the conformational structure and the most stable forms, and you have to find the correct answer for dipole moments also. ठीक है, इसको हटाएं. What about the next question? Okay, so reaction with, next is reaction with ammonia derivatives. Reaction with ammonia derivatives. So reaction with ammonia derivative do take place under acidic conditions, right? प्रोडक्ट देना बहुत आसान है. Remove this and you will have the product, right? So here the question which I have taken is a simple one and on the basis of understanding also. I have taken a semi-carbazide and trying to find the product for this particular reaction. So what is the problem with this? Problem with this is there are 2n available, right? And most of the time as a student we are habituated of just mugging up without any certain consideration. So we are prone to make this kind of a mistake. So जहां पर मिस्टेक नहीं है वहां पर तो आप ये यूज कर लो, लेकिन if you will read your book properly, that is NCERT, it say there is a question in semi-carbazide there are two NH2 groups. One is less nucleophilic than other. Why? And reason is obvious. I told you just 2 lines to remember in your life. If you are in dark, right? Then if you are not understanding anything in organic chemistry, start from here. Is there any state of conjugation? And what is the state of conjugation? Any charge source separated by a single bond from a double bond, this is the state of conjugation. So if you are not able to answer many questions or any question, start from 0. And the 0 is start speaking something. And that this is what can be better than something which we ourselves don't understand. Conjugation, resonance, looks heavy, right? Intermolecular hydrogen bonding, intramolecular hydrogen bonding, thermodynamic stability. And you will start moving in a right direction. So this lone pair is in conjugation with C double bond O. Whereas this lone pair is actually experiencing a repulsion from the lone pair of nitrogen. So this site is more nucleophilic than this particular site. So this is a wrong answer. And wrong मतलब ऐसे नहीं काटने का, ऐसे ही काटने का, right? this is wrong. So you will not make these kind of a mistake even if you are in a hurry. So you should carry out this reaction, CH3, CCH3, double bond N, इसका H2 हटाया है, यहाँ से कॉपी कर लो, NH, then Cu and then NH2. So this is the correct one. तो अगर आप इसमें मिस्टेक करोगे, there are chances of making mistake is quite high, right? कितने लोगों ने इसको सही किया है? बहुत लोगों ने इसको सही किया है, कुछ लोगों ने गलत भी किया हो. ठीक है, I'll take a backup reaction and a backup question for reaction with ammonia derivative. हटाए इसको. तो बाकी सबके लिए किसी में दिक्कत नहीं होगी, but still I am taking a backup reaction and a backup question for this, so that I will be able to cover something very important to you. हटाए इसको. So I am going to take a backup question for this, and backup question is this one. Rather, I will take 2 to 3 backup questions for this. So first one is this: acetone and its next higher homologue reacts with NH2OH, that is oxides. Find number of products formed. This is your first backup question of this concept. I take a cyclohexanol, right, and treat this with PCC or K2Cr2O7 to get A. I get something like NH2OH under H plus. To get B, I heat it or do H plus to get C, and C polymerizes to give D. The third one I take is PaCHO plus NH2OH under H plus to produce A, H plus and heat to produce B, and B plus C, rather let's say B plus C, and this on hydrolysis gives something, and this on hydrolysis gives something. Should I write D and E, F and G? So these are the 3 questions which I have taken as a backup question for reaction with ammonia derivatives. किसी का हो गया तो बता देना भाई. बंद कर दो.